Want to learn more about rural America? Watch CreekboxTV. TV.
Good evening. Welcome to CreekboxTV, and we're here on Sports Talk. I got two of my good buddies, two of the finest coaches in all of Georgia, Clinch County. I got Dalton Wetherington, the offensive line coach. Man, appreciate you being here. Long arm of the law, my buddy, little Winston, Coach Winston Peterson. He's defensive coordinator and the athletic director. Don't want to leave that off, brother.
Kind of jobs.
That's right. Just a man, just do it all. Do it all. Want to talk a little bit, man. We're coming off the Swamp War. Man, it was an exciting game. We come out, we jump out 21-0, 8 minutes, to go in the first quarter, and then we just kind of stop. But we've done that all year. But man, at halftime, I reckon, how is Coach Dickerson? We said it was because they knocked Coach Dickerson out, and he probably went there and fired him up at halftime. But how is he doing all right?
He's doing pretty good. Like I say, he got hit pretty hard on the sideline, and he went to the doctor, and they kind of got on him a little bit about being careful and stuff like that.
He should actually went that night.
Probably so, but he's a tough fella.
That's right. He didn't want to pay that deductible. Me and you know that.
That's probably right.
We can say that. Nobody else can. Hey, but Dalton, I thought the offensive line come out, man. We started the game. We moved down there, and we've done that all year. We kind of, it's hard to keep playing with the enthusiasm. You're up 21-0, and then Charlton scored 14 points in 50 seconds to cut it 21-14. But then y'all got them in there at halftime and said, look, we're going to do what we do. I thought the second half was the best we've played all year, back up into the Brooks game. Any changes we made at halftime, blocking assignments, or we just do what we do, Dalton?
We were just doing what we do. I mean, with our offense, it's either, you hit them quick because they're not expecting it, and then they kind of get a feel for it, and then, you explode second half, or you just – it's tight. We lean on them, and then we just kind of break the seal second half. But most of the time this year, we've just kind of hit them in the mouth from the start.
Now, did they come out, Charlton, do anything different? Were we prepared for what all they did? Did they play the way we expect them to play?
We did. We prepared the way we thought they were going to do, and they did exactly that. And we prepared for that amoeba defense where they'll move from side to side. And luckily in our offense, it's just really responsibility, gap down, protect your gap, and whatever comes, you take it, and we did that well this week.
Well, we generated 400 yards of offense, another great offensive night. Defense, the one pass play.
That's right.
You take number 2 out. He's a great player. They had 180 yards, I think, of total offense, and he had all of them, I think, Coach.
Yeah. We took probably one of the most explosive players in the state. We knew going in, how good he was. I think, he's been a college prospect since he was a freshman.
That's right.
Besides one drive and one long play, we kind of held him in check.
And you knew that going in. I mean, you play 4 quarters, you're always going to give up a play because we have so many kids going both ways.
That's right. And like I say, I mean, we knew going in that we had the game plan to, kind of corral him in to keep him from being able to roll out and scramble and create plays. So, we took away some of our rush trying to get him corralled in where we could keep him in the pocket. So we knew going in, we wanted to kind of limit him. And he did get out a couple of times, but like you said, I thought the defense played well, holding them under 200 yards of total offense.
I know, it looked like you made an adjustment. It might have been just the attitude of the kids the second half. They were kind of beating us to the edge early in the second quarter, and it's probably because we relaxed, but after halftime, that was over.
Yeah, I think we relaxed a little bit, we were lucky enough that the offense just flew down the field, and we jumped ahead of them 21-0. I think we relaxed a little bit, and then the other thing is, I think we were trying to be a little too cautious because of how fast.
That can hurt you a lot of times.
And it did.
Eat the clock, and we've we've done that. We've jumped out last year in the playoffs 35-0 against Dooley.
That's right.
And then it turned into a 14-point
game. Close game at the end. That's right.
That's been, and you kind of want to, and I know as coaches, man, you don't want to run it up and you want to play everybody, but then
you got those explosive players.
That's right. You can pull the trigger and get in there too quick,
That's
and,
right.
and to a good team like that, you know,
yeah.
it's an explosive team as Charlton is. I thought offensively and defensively for Charlton, of course, was number 2. Any deep on offense, who stood out for Charlton on defense, Dalton, that you thought had a pretty good game?
What kind of got me at first was number 9. Last year he was number 66. He was that strong defensive lineman they had last year I was concerned with, and I had originally thought that he had graduated, but he just switched numbers. And but overall, it really
I thought Turkey did a good. They had a nose guard. We hadn't seen a nose guard all year. Now they had one. I don't know if it was the whole game, but I know they had one, several plays that. And I thought Turkey, all his snaps looked good. I thought he did a great.
He did well. He was one I was concerned about, honestly. You know, with having a nose guard. I mean, me playing center personally, I know I hated having a head up nose, and you know, especially when you're not under center. And
well, a lot of people don't know how hard that is. You got to get your block. But really the first thing isn't blocking, it's to get the snap as number 1, then blocking second. So
and yeah, that's kind of the nerve-wracking part of for me. I guess I just kind of blocked everything out. I can't predict what's in his mind at all.
Offensively, man, I thought Moorhead. I mean, he's just getting better as we go down the road.
He's getting better every week.
And then Tresman, I think it was his best game of the year. He got a little physical. They had that 15-yard penalty, and man, Friday night in Folkestone, this is the second time I thought this would never happen. They put time back on the clock. I'd have never dreamed that was going to happen.
After Coach Dickerson got knocked out.
And the only other time, and Winston remembers this, I think we were in Calhoun when they picked the flag up when we complained one time and wiped away the penalty. That's
right,
the only 2 times I've ever seen
it doesn't happen much.
No. And actually, the penalty yards. They had 100 yards in penalties, and we didn't have but 55. And, you know, not that they cheat over there, but, I mean, it's you make a mistake.
They do have a reputation.
That's right. That's right. Well, we're going to take a break and hear a word from our sponsors, and we're going to come back and talk about this week's game. We'll be right back.
Camping World of Valdosta, located in Lake Park, is your one-stop destination for all your camping needs. Stop by to see your dreams of quality time with your family become a reality. Whether it's tailgating with your air-conditioned camper, taking a trip to the mountains or beach with your family, or driving your motorhome to a faraway destination, Camping World has it all. Let us put you and your family in a camper for as little as $99 per month. And remember, when you buy a camper from Camping World of Valdosta, you receive a free Elite Good Sam membership, roadside assistance, and travel assist for 1 year.
Carter's Fried Chicken in Homerville has become the gold standard for fried chicken barbecue and catering. Carter's also offers a full menu of other tasty items and is open on Sunday. Thanks, Chad Brown, for making dining at Carter's a family tradition in Homerville. Go Panthers!
Hi, I'm David Johnson, pastor at Trinity Baptist Church. Man, Jesus has dramatically changed my life, and I want you to know He'll do the same for you if you'll give Him that opportunity.
Dairy Queen is a proud part of our local communities and is cheering our sports teams on to championship seasons. Drop by before and after the game to say hello to Mr. Ash and his entire crew and enjoy the full Dairy Queen menu, including our famous grilled burgers, artisan-style sandwiches, and chicken strips. Cool off with our renowned smoothies, slushies, malts, and iced coffees. Try our fabulous desserts and take an ice cream cake home for that special occasion, or just to treat the family. Dine in or take out at Dairy Queen locations in Homerville, Blackshear, Folkestone, and Fernandina Beach. See you at the DQ.
Want to learn more about rural America? Watch CreekboxTV. TV.
All right, welcome back to CreekboxTV TV on Sports Talk. I got my buddy Dalton Wetherington, the offensive line coach, doing a great job, by the way. Yes, long arm of the law, Winston Peterson. I always got it. Your grandmama would get mad if I didn't say that, probably. That's not what you're known of. All right, we're going to talk. We put Charlton to bed. We're 8-1. Let's talk about Telfair. Offensively, we're going to do what we do.
Yes, sir. I mean, we're not going to change anything that's been working for us all year. As usual, Telfair is big. They're physical, and just because their record don't show it. They're a good football team, and we don't need to go in there feeling like we're gonna.
Well, man, this is their season. Anything's possible. They're not in the playoffs yet, but you got to look at it like, well, this is our last game. This is our bowl game, our championship game. So we're going to get their best game, I'm sure. They always play us tough when we go over there now.
They do. They play us tough almost every time.
Looking, we're 8-0 against Telfair. They've never beaten us. And, of course, our advantage, it's the last home game till we get to the playoffs. Who's their best defensive player that's going to stand out, that's going to cause you headaches, Dalton?
Well, definitely the two inside D tackles. Don't know the numbers, don't know the names. It's very hard to tell with those jerseys. Right. But they're big, physical guys that can cause a problem. But if we do what we're supposed to do, stay low, play physical, and as the game goes on, just wear on them and be successful.
And you expect them to stack the box like everybody else, play man-to-man.
Yes, sir.
Now, I noticed we got a little bit of spread in Friday right before halftime. And we're going to have to do that eventually somewhere down the road.
Yes, sir.
So, and we've done it enough to where maybe it's going to benefit us down the road.
Well, it's more so to make teams, prepare for something.
That's right.
Else, and if they don't prepare, we'll catch them in a position where they're slipping. So.
All right, offensively, Coach, what did they run the spread?
Well, yeah, they run a lot like Turner, a lot like Charlton. They spread out and run some jet sweeps and some quarterback options and things like that. They have like Dalton said, they're going to be big, physical, strong, and then they probably have next to Charlton's quarterback, probably one of the best athletes in the region at running back. One thing about Telfair, every year like I said, they've always played us tough.
That's right.
And they've always been like on the verge of that playoff team, either getting in or just missing it for the last couple of years. I think they've had a lot of injuries this year, and I think that's kind of held them back from where they probably should be. Their record may not show it, but they've been in every game that they've played. I think every game other than Charlton, they've lost by a touchdown or less.
Well, they're 4-5, and we were talking about it during the break. We're probably going to have 5 teams out of our region make the playoffs out of 24 teams. So
good possibility of it.
So that tells you they've played good competition.
That's right.
But man, one good thing about it, we've been in a 4-2 all year, and I assume that's what we'll be in Friday.
Yeah.
I don't see us
changing.
Spread, no, that's right.
Kind of like Dalton says, as long as it works, we'll stick with it.
And we're playing great defense.
We are.
Are you worried? Which I guess everybody runs to spread now, and you can't look down the road. I know I'm not going to ask you, but and I know y'all get enough work. We're a 50 defense. Y'all practice goal line every day.
That's right.
So, but their tailback is who.
Well, he is a really good athlete. He is fast, and he finds the hole, and he can get upfield in a hurry. So. From watching film, he is one of those that stands out on film. He's really good. The quarterback they have is solid. He doesn't make many mistakes or anything like that. Does a good job of reading the option and things like that. So they have a solid team. I mean, they're going to be a good team when they come in.
Well, man, another great game. It's the last home game. And there'll be a big crowd, and it's senior night.
Yep,
that's right. What time will that start now?
Senior night's going to kick off around 6:45.
6:45. Well, and I'm sure we'll be there to do talk. Get me a list there, buddy, so I don't mess up. So I can practice.
We actually have. I was doing the list today. There are I think there's 30 or 31.
Make me a
seniors between football players, band, and cheerleaders. So we got a big group.
Now is that who and girls softball? Does girls softball?
No, girls they have their own. They've already had their senior night.
So that'll just be band, cheerleaders, and football players. Because used to it was girls softball. I mean we
mixed everybody in.
That's right.
We had one big one, but the softball team, the girls, they wanted to have their own senior night, so they changed that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we stopped doing Pee-wee on that night.
Yeah.
That's confusing. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk some more football.
Homerville Feed and Seed can provide nearly all of your farming-related needs, including seed, corn, bulk fertilizer, herbicides, insecticides, and a large variety of other farm products. Evalie and Nick want to remind you that you do not have to shop out of town to find the lowest prices. Our prices are as low or lower than any of those out-of-town companies. Come by and let the friendly staff at Homerville Feed and Seed help you select the farm products you need at the lowest prices around.
Huddle up. That's right. Huddle up at the Huddle House in Homerville and Lakeland before or after the game. And if you can't make it to the game, watch all the live action here at the Huddle House. Remember, Huddle Houses of Homerville and Lakeland have a full menu with something for everyone, with prices that can't be beat. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, 24 hours per day, Huddle House is a game-winning recipe for the entire family. Go Clinch County Panthers. Go Lanier County Bulldogs. And don't forget, huddle up at the Huddle House.
Well, thank you for tuning in to CreekBox tonight to watch the Clinch County Panthers play. You know, a lot of times we get caught up in wins and losses, but at the end of the day, it's all just a game. The only thing that matters in life is, do you know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? The Bible says that whosoever calls upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Jerry J's is the best Boston butts and ribs around. Meat so tender and tasty that it practically melts in your mouth. We have a variety of home-cooked meals and the best breakfast in town. And don't forget about our barbecue sandwiches. Jerry J's can cater your event and looks forward to serving you in Homerville, Waycross, and Douglas. Oh yeah, if you can't make it to the game, drop by Jerry J's in Homerville to watch the game live on CreekboxTV while you enjoy one of the many items on our menu. Go Panthers!
Lee Engineering and Construction Company in DuPont, Georgia has been a part of the community since 1935 and is proud to support Clinch County athletics. The prayer of the entire Lee Engineering family is that our Lord and Savior will richly bless our schools, community, and nation.
Want to learn more about rural America? Watch CreekBox TV.
Good evening. Welcome back to Sports Talk. I got my buddy, little Winston Peterson, long arm of the law, and Dalton Wetherington, the offensive line coach. Man, 8-1. We're entering the last game of the year. Winston, y'all on the defensive side, who stands out that's made the most improvement this year for us on defense?
Well, man, you know, really and truthfully, looking at it, it's been a whole team effort.
That's right.
You know, that's kind of went on throughout the season. You know, each week we've had, you know, different people that steps up. You know, we give out game balls on Monday, and I'll tell you this year who's earned the most game balls is little Miguel Davis, probably the smallest guy on the team.
Brother, he is playing and hit at corner. He is a lockdown corner. He is the last 3 weeks. I mean, the whole defense, but
yeah,
he don't stop.
No, he is our Energizer bunny, I guess, so to speak. And
he'll get up and throw them.
He likes to jump up, and do his muscles. I don't know how big his muscles are, but he likes to jump up and do his muscles.
And he's a rap star.
Yeah, he's got his own rap group and everything.
He was making a video this weekend. I seen this past weekend.
I tell you what, he has been a surprise, and like I say, I think Friday night when we were grading film, Friday night he had his first missed tackle on the season Friday night.
Yeah.
Well, his biggest thing is, to me, not even the plays that he makes, but just his, you know, his energy, his mentality. I always want to come out there. I've never seen him have a negative day.
No,
he's been out here the last 2 years.
It's like you say, he picks the team up. You know, when something bad goes, he's in there patting them on the back. And saying, let's move on to the next one.
I'll tell you another one that stepped up for us is DeMondre.
Yeah.
DeMondre is a hustle kid. I mean, you know, he got beat on that pass play, but you know, that kind of thing happens. You know,
that's right.
And you know, we were showing the kids in film on Monday. There was one play where he was the left corner, and the play they got around the end on the right side, and DeMondre made the tackle.
Yeah, that's
it was about 30 yards down the field. But,
that's right.
I mean, that's hustle. So, you know, we love kids that hustle.
That's
right.
Get
after it.
And man, Craig, the last couple of weeks on defensive tackle, man, he has every week he's had a big hit for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
And it's right at the start of the game. It kind of sets the tone for the defense.
Craig, man, if Craig and Amari, if we can, you know, if those guys can keep getting better, they're only sophomores.
I know it, man. That's scary.
You know, I was looking out today, and we had Craig, Amari, and DeLille on the front line, and all three of those are sophomores.
And Dalton, you know, with Winston doing that, you have to practice against them
that's
every
great.
day. So
I love it.
that helps us.
That helps both sides. Yeah.
That's right. Dalton, going to you on the offensive line, I know we've gotten better each week. Give us some of the standouts that, which we were injured the first part, so we've actually created depth.
Exactly.
as
You
the
know,
season went through.
with Jonathan Moore being injured there at the beginning, you know, and of course Langston was already penciled in as a starter. We were going to have him rotate where he had to go both ways the entire way, which created depth on offense and defense. But Jonathan Moore came back. He's done a great job. And you know, Drake Brandon, he was penciled in to be the starter at the beginning of the season at center. And he tweaked his knee, and then Prescott went back in there. And he's done great ever since. So when Drake was able to come back, that was more depth there. You know, tackle, center, which just builds into the next year. I mean, I do have 4 guys graduating on the line, but you know, we'll have Amari and Craig that can play. We got Drake, we got Christian Stevens coming back, and a good group of freshmen and sophomores I felt we could plug in. But the one that stood out the most is, you know, Mitchell Prescott. You know, he wasn't even penciled in as a starter. He was going to be a spot player, and you know, he earned his starting spot and just ran with it since.
They've done a great job.
He has.
And Winston, is it still competitive at practice? They'll put the ball on the 3-yard line. You have to run a lap.
Yeah, we
Y'all still do that.
Well, we run gassers now instead of a whole lap, but we still do that. We'll get on the line, and you know, it's still like the old days. The offense still tries to cheat and all that kind of stuff. You know.
We take the Bill Belichick approach.
You get them younger kids in and blitz everybody. Every now and then we'd put 14 out there if Don wouldn't know it, and we'd be shutting them down. He'd get mad.
But one other kid that stands out to me is Marquavius Grady.
Yeah,
he's one that, you know, we grade film based on effort, and I don't think he's graded below 90, 95 at all. And I think the place he did take off, I think it was because of his ankle bothering him. Of all the kids on the team, I would probably say he's the biggest hustler we have.
Well, now, when y'all prepare for a game, Dalton, let me ask you, do you sit down and watch the film and say, all right, this is who I want to run here? You know, that's where I think they're.
We'll see. The thing is, with our offense, we don't know how teams are going to play. They might be in a base 4-4 or base 3-5, or they might just have all 11 guys in the box. We really don't know how teams are going to line up week to week, but you know, we kind of just focus on us, just stick with what we do, you know, get ourselves better, fine-tune what we do, and just kind of respond to how they line up. It's kind of backwards, you know, defense responds the way offense handles things. We respond to defenses, and we've done well this year with responding to how they.
We have, brother, and we're going to take another quick break, and we're going to come back and finish up with some more football.
Since 1972, Popeyes has been serving up mouth-watering, delicious, hot, and mild fried chicken and chicken tenders from its Louisiana kitchen. You know about our great chicken, but have you tried our tasty seafood? All of our menu items come with a Southern style all their own. On your way to or after the game, stop by Popeyes, and remember, we can handle all your special event catering needs. Conveniently located on Memorial Drive in Waycross, Popeyes puts a piece of Louisiana in every single meal.
Lutz, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency is locally owned, has been a part of the Homerville, Clinch County community for many years. Jeff Brown and Eric Lutz make it a priority to know their clients on a personal basis and take pride in customizing insurance coverage for the particular needs of each customer. They offer all lines of insurance, including auto, home, business, life insurance, annuities, and bonds. Lutz, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency, East Dame Avenue, Homerville. Go Panthers!
At Burt CPAs, helping small businesses with their accounting needs is our business. We have offices in Homerville, Waycross, Alma, and Baxley. Burt's professionals are ready to serve you no matter your location. We are your team for accounting, bookkeeping, tax, and financial advice. In Homerville, call firm partner Adam Toll, 912-490-7142.
Want to learn more about rural America? Watch CreekboxTV.
All right, welcome back to Sports Talk. I got my buddy, Coach Little Winston Peterson, offensive line coach, Dalton Wetherington. We got a few minutes, so we're going to talk about the power rankings. I know that's something, we're not going to talk about the bracket, because, I mean, how long will it be before the bracket's set? It could be Sunday, couldn't it, Winston?
It'll actually, before it's like completely set, will be next Wednesday.
So, I mean, man, that's tough if you're playing in the first round.
right.
You don't know who to prepare for.
They usually have a pretty good idea on Monday, but they can have appeals up to Wednesday.
And it's that close every year.
Yeah.
I think that's what knocked Telfair out last year, wasn't it?
Yep.
I mean, you're talking .001.
Oh yeah, it's crazy how close, down there when it gets to the bottom few teams, how close they can be.
Well, one thing that's helped us is our, regular season schedule.
Oh, yeah,
We played Brooks County, won Region 2A, and the first team we went and played in Atlanta, Hebron. I mean, I think they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, they're going to make the playoffs.
And Dooley's going to make. They could win the region.
Dooley's going to definitely be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're, I think last time I looked, they were around 15.
And man, Dooley,
played
now
some
they
good
are. When it
competition.
cools off, Dooley plays football.
That's right.
But looking at it, I've seen we're number, and it's funny now, we're number 2, and should be. Irwin's number 1. They're going to be 10-0. They've won region. And we are 8-1. If we win, we'll be 9-1. But now the way it's set up, all the region teams, we could have as many as 6 or 7 region champions. Is that right?
That's right. Realistically, we could be from 5 to 8.
5 to 8.
Yep.
Now, home field, how does that work? Home field advantage now?
1 through 8 will get a bye the first week.
Mm-hmm.
So those teams won't play the first week while the other, the other teams play for seeding, and then after that, so after our bye week, then we'd start with if we're 8, would play one of the like 9, or it'd be a pretty close team there.
Yeah. Now looking down the road, Dalton, and I hate to put you on the spot like this, brother, but and this is just a wish list. If you could, if we win Friday, look, who would you like to? Now I know it'd be Irwin would be the answer, but other than Irwin, who would you like to see in the playoffs?
I'd like to see EC. I'd like to see all the traditional powerhouse teams. I mean, my philosophy is you're going to have to play them at some point. Why not go ahead and
beat
play
me now, beat me later.
Exactly, and there's a possibility we could play Charlton again. I'd love to see that atmosphere in Homerville, playoff atmosphere.
Good crowd.
Oh yes, sir. I know Winston may not want to see Raekwon again, but
Pelham is who I was looking.
Yes.
A team like Pelham to come in and with the quarterback.
Pelham, I think Pelham broke the state scoring record this year.
Class A. Now
Class
they got
A,
38 points. They'll break all classifications records.
They're averaging 57 points a game. That is just mind-blowing with 9 games. I mean, then you got to score 70 in a couple.
Yeah.
Well, boys, man, I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out here. I'll holler at you every time I call Winston or Dalton. They always say, yeah, man, I text Dalton about 10 o'clock last night. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was in the bed, but it's okay.
That's right. Little Winston, man, I'll see y'all Friday. I appreciate you coming, and we'll see y'all Friday night.
Want to learn more about rural America? Watch CreekboxTV.